That's when everything goes wrong, when you
It
push
is.
buttons.
And I mean, if we had to put a
That's
time
just
measurement on it, it would have started going wrong like a second and a half ago because we're live
Well,
now.
oh no,
Oh,
Yeah.
let me
so many
reduce my
things.
streaming quality to 160p because we look better at 160p.
Thank you.
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's Saturday, and this should be a Weird Frontiers night, but we are coming up on probably the last session of the current module we're playing, and we are down a player. So we are instead going to run some DCC, just some flat out fantasy DCC. Chuck, any pre-roll?
No, happy DCC Day.
Okay, sounds good. We are not going to do player introductions and character introductions just yet because we are going to start in the middle of things as all of you awaken your dark cell after your period of rest to the sound of cannon firing, the cracking and splintering of wood on deck as the top of the hold, the prison hold, is thrown open. The first mate peers down at all of you, and he says, "The captain gives you your freedom if you fight!" And weapons are thrown into the hold. One of the other prisoners has thrown a bunch of keys, and he quickly starts to unshackle all the manacles that are tying you all together. The ship is rocked again by another volley of cannon fire, and you hear the sound of clashing steel above you. You all are able to grab weapons as your character sheets already have. You don't have armor, however. You're just wearing your skin and shoddy clothes. Right. The first of the NPC prisoners hurriedly grab weapons and climb the stairs. And again, you hear the clash of steel, the sound of men shouting, men dying. You are left to the hold, the indecisive group.
Well, it's always good to let the rest of them go and die first / thin out the bad guys. So
We could welcome the attackers as our liberators.
We certainly could. That isn't.
what if it's squid people?
Well,
Then my plan is crap.
we don't welcome them as liberators. We welcome them as future spouses
Or dinner?
or dinner. I grab my hand axe at the ready, and I leap out.
You leap out into the den of battle as your captors, your former captors, are deep into combat with some of the other prisoners now emerging from the holds below, doing battle against skeletal beings still dripping with seaweed encrusted on their clothing, which is rotted, battling on your deck. Another ship is pulled close to you. It is wreathed in fog and kind of nimbused in a green kind of light that pulsates from the large deck in the aft of the ship. Along with the meatless skeletons, there are also some very meaty undead as well that are joining the fray. So this is kind of a mass battle system I threw together. You guys are coming up out of the holds on this side here, okay? What you're seeing in front of you is there is a group coming out of the hold here. These were the group that was most recently manning the oars, and they are tired. They are just making their way onto the decks now. This is a group of the sailors, your jailers, who are in deep combat here. Against some zombies and some skeletons. Over here is another group of prisoners who have engaged as well. They are fresher, having not just spent the last 6 hours oaring. You are also fairly fresh. You just come off of a rest cycle. And again, over here is another group of sailors fending off multiple undead sailors coming. You see boarding boards have been thrown down between the ships. More skeletons are starting to cross, and you see on the far side, the other ship that is wreathed in fog still has quite a few of the undead crewing it. So there you go. What you guys can do, you can either join the fray on whichever side or group that you want to. When you do this, you'll be making the rolls, and you can use your luck to modify the rolls for the group. It also adds another die up the die chain for a group that you are involved with. As the groups take casualty, the number of the die on the dice change will start to go down. So you'll do less damage as you start losing folks. You lose folks there's a threshold number, which is essentially half the hit die of the group as an average. So like every time that number of points of damage is done, that's one person dead. And that reduces your die chain. There's no initiative in this. We just do a pass, both sides fighting off to see who loses what as the carnage goes. Now, if you don't want to join a side, you can do things to influence the battle, which will require a roll, and that'll help one side or another. So let's just start across the top. Chuck, introduce FDR. What does FDR look like?
FDR, the 17th President of the United States of America. I'm an overweight older gentleman with spectacles and a pointy wizard hat, and I cast spells in magic.
Yes, you have been enslaved for doing a heinous crime, which we'll get to later. And until just recently, you have been spell shackled, which caused you to not be able to cast while you were imprisoned. It also removed some of your spells. So how many spells do you have?
6, because I'm smart.
6. Okay, roll a d6.
You've got it. 3.
You may keep 3 of the 6 spells you have. The rest you just do not have memorized.
Okay.
You can choose. I'm not a complete bastard. What does FDR do?
Well, I am going to... This is a problem. You know what? I've got my trusty hand axe. I will wade into the battle and start chopping the undead.
Okay, which group do you join?
I am going to join these to the south.
Okay, the group of your former jailers. Okay, you do that. Let's see how your group fares. I will let you roll their damage. Your group of 8 sailors that you have joined does a d6 damage. You are joining them, which will bring it up to a d7. They do have a +1 to hit, though. So go ahead and roll to hit. You get a +1 to it.
Very well. I'm just going to roll off my hand axe. Actually, no, I won't. Because that's a dumb number. 13.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead and apply the damage. So roll a d7.
D7, you said +1? Or no?
+1. Yeah, +1. That's fine. Ooh. Is that 1 point of damage? 2 points of damage. Well, 2 points of damage does not take out. So you do not manage, your group does not manage to kill a single skeleton or a zombie as the mass kind of wades in and attacks. So I am now going to roll an attack on you or your group. So here are the skeletons. Since you are not any of you wearing armor, that is 3 points of damage from them, which kills one of your sailors. And the zombies also are going to attack. 7 points. So, okay. So what happens after that little skirmish there? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 8. You are down 2 sailors. 2 sailors die horribly as they are gutted by the skeletons and eaten, chewed upon by the zombies. That now
sucks.
Drops your sailor's damage down to D6.
Okay.
And sorry, you gotta reflect the hit point there as well. Okay, so unless they get a critical success on the hit, you're treating the other sailors as kind of like a blade of armor. So you will be the last person to be killed in the group, unless they happen to crit.
Oh no. I'm fine with them being expendable.
So it's not going good for the group that you have joined. And
As a cleric, I feel like I got to join up with the the not undead, so I can turn undead or turn unholy, which is what I'll be doing.
Okay. You don't actually have to join a group to do that. These are basically 10-foot squares there. So just from where you are, you can attempt to turn undead.
Oh, well, let's do it then.
Mm-hmm.
We can at least keep them away from me,
Mm-hmm.
Or, not so much.
Yeah. So let's see. You rolled a 7.
Yeah. I get some modifier to that. I think does it end up as an 11? Is that how it reads?
It should have. Actually, I think I checked the box that it should give you all of your bonuses if you had any.
You'll need to make sure that you put in your spell check number on the cleric tab.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there. So,
It just shows a 7 out of the D20.
well, it does, but then on the side there's an 11, and I'm never quite sure how that gets mixed up. So
okay, so 30 within 30 feet. So this group right here will lose 2 of the skeletons. Will be removed from this group as they go and jump into the sea.
Bye.
Let's see. Also, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, sure. This group too will also lose a couple from them. Yeah. So a few of the skeletons jump into the water, but you're not all that spectacular of a cleric, you see. You haven't really given them the fear of God. Just a few of them who, may have been believers when they had flesh on them dive overboard.
We'll believe harder next time.
Barry.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Barry Beigebeard. He's got a magnificent bushy beige beard and one of those little tricorn hats.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I think what he wants to do is run kind of to this area.
Okay.
And not join in on the fight, but try to just beat away the crossing boards and try and.
Okay, so you want to get onto you want to try and stop this group of skeletons from being a reinforcement. It's a group of 4. So if you don't want to engage them, tell me how you want to try and stop them from crossing.
My goal is to find some way to just knock those boards away.
Okay, what kind of weapon do you have?
I have a long sword. But I was wondering, is there a cannon or something near that I could just use as a ram to try and...
No, nothing too close. And the cannon are also on just above the water line. So there's none on the top here that you can easily get to. There are more towards the 4. So you have a choice here. You can try to use your strength to just shift the boards away, or you can try and do enough damage with your sword to crack and splinter the boards.
I'll try and do enough damage with my sword.
Okay. Just roll to hit because you could fumble.
Okay.
It's low, but it's not a fumble. How much damage do you do?
Looks like 6. Is it 3 plus 3?
6 points of damage. I was looking for 5. The boards splinter. You don't quite hack your way through them, but they splinter. And the weight of the skeletons as they try and grab a quick feast as they see you crossing the boards cause it to splinter the rest of the way. And that group of 4 are dashed beneath the waves.
Sweet.
I was going to say, don't forget that you can declare a deed for your deed die too, which would have been successful. So.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Yep.
Big Drummond.
Oh, you're muted there, Jake.
My apologies. I'll be playing Big Drummond, a dwarf who is bigger than everyone when he knocks him down. So he's going to prove that by joining the same group that recently had the boards broken and attack the skeletons who are already on board.
Okay, sounds good. Then we will go ahead and let's see how your group does. These are also a little tired prisoners. They didn't get nearly as much sleep as you did. So they have only let's see, there's 6 of them. Sorry, I need to get my chain up. For whatever reason, it didn't save my damage. So D4 is 1, 2, 5, 6. So you're going to be rolling. It's going to do a D10 minus 1 damage if you successfully hit. And why don't you roll to hit for your group? You have a -1 as a whole, though, to hit.
Does my strength count for this?
No, because it's as a group. As a group, you're weak. That's what the -1 is coming from.
Here we go. Oh no, that's not good.
Okay. Yes, they only got a couple of hours break and spent most of the day rowing. So they're tiredly swinging their swords and moving their staves and clubs and just not able to do much of anything. The skeletons, on the other hand, actually, you fight to a standstill as these skeletons seem to be mired in seaweed and silt from the bottom of the sea, and they're moving slowly and cumbersome as well. So there's a clashing of blades and feints and dodges here and there as this continues. So neither side loses anything in this one. Okay. Inigo, Benito, Mariana.
Yes, I'm playing Inigo, Benito Marena. I am very flashy, very good looking. Please do not ask me to do very much manual labor. I need to stay good looking in case we come upon an island of women beautiful, needing help, perhaps. But I will stay behind here and maybe supervise.
So I tell you what, if you are supervising, we'll say that you are taking a look at the battlefield to see what may be going on. So I tell you what, make me a luck check.
Ooh.
What do you see with your special eyes?
Make a luck check. With both sides, because some are being lost from your crew as well as the undead being dropped into the water, you notice that there is a frenzy of feeding in the water. It's a shark-infested waters as the sharks go after both the living and the dead that have gone overboard. Moreover, the conning tower or the big tower in the aft of the ship that is attacking you, there's a lot of crackling electricity and ozone being built, and there is a figure that is climbing up a ladder onto the roof of that side. They're glowing in this kind of green nimbus, and they're raising a staff to the air, and they're shouting out some kind of ritualistic language as they're calling down something. So you are apprised of this
gentlemen,
situation.
perhaps we should pay attention to the man who is glowing up on the tower. That does not look very good for us.
I pay attention.
You pay attention.
Cast your spells, Mr. President.
You've got it, buddy. Yeah.
So that's basically their first foray. I am now going to roll a die, just because. Pay no mind to this die.
Oh.
Got my big stubby die out today.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm sure nothing important is going
That
on.
may or may not be some kind of countdown timer. Who knows? Let's get back to FDR. FDR, you are you're faring poorly. Your former captors are losing men to this onrush of skeletons and wet zombies.
Well, I have paid attention to that guy over there that I've been told to magic at, so I shall summon forth all of my presidential arcane ability and cast magic missile.
Okay.
Magic cruise missile.
Magic cruise missile.
Tomahawk.
All right. Here it is. That is a 15. It's a single missile that does D4 plus 1. 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. Your bolts of magical. What is your effects? What's your mercurial for that?
So on Magic Missile, it's just I have this silenced ability, so I can cast it without needing to do verbal.
Oh yeah. So not only did you cast them off, it would be difficult to pick out the mage in the group because no flashy hand gestures. Okay. And what do your bolts of arcane might look like?
They look like
Electrical bald eagles.
yeah, they look like electrical
wheelchairs. They all look like wheelchairs.
I've learned my lesson about. Thanks, Joe. No, yeah, electric bald eagels.
Okay.
Have a taste of freedom, witch.
All right. Well, yeah. So you step back then and let the soldiers carry on themselves. So they are now going to attack without your aid this time. Let's see how they do. Oh, they do not fare well. They do not fare well.
Whoops.
I like the idea that your magic missile, it's not actually silent casted, but you can't hear anything over the bald eagle just going,
Bam!
I vote for that. That sounds like the right answer.
Okay, I tell you what. The zombies did not roll terribly well. One of them fumbled, so I'm going to say one of them actually is pitched off the side of the ship. So I'll reduce their numbers by 1. Otherwise, your remaining 3 sailors are actually holding them at bay while you get your magic off.
Okay.
Electrifying bald eagle flies by, and one of the zombies is like, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Pan, that brings your group up next.
Yeah. I may kind of, since there seems to be a lot going on over on this side, move over here with FDR and see if we can kind of thin this side out with some, hopefully, more exciting turn undead this time.
Okay. So you want to move over and try and turn undead again? Go for it.
Yep. We're gonna have positive thoughts this time.
What god are you calling upon, by the way? Feel free to make something up. You don't have to use a book god.
I will have to make up something fun then.
All right.
Well, the god of yeast.
Well, Chuck has already established that in this campaign world, America exists.
Oh, so it's the Statue of Liberty.
He was the former president.
Panera.
All right. So what did you roll this time?
The same thing.
So 2 hit dice worth. Okay. I tell you what.
The exact same thing again.
We will whittle off more of these skeletons then. Or actually, your choice. You can have 1 zombie or 2 skeletons go away.
For the sake of numbers, let's go with 2 skeletons.
Okay. A couple more skeletons leap away from you in fright.
Yeah, I was hoping we could see if we can get some of this string, this conga line of skeletons 10, 20, here. So
30. Well, you're only able to turn 2 hit dice worth.
Oh, okay.
I gave you some
so
extra last time. So
dang. Yeah. So I'm stuck with what I got. I shouldn't have moved so close.
Yes, because now you are in the thick of it. Back to Barry Beigebeard.
All right. So I don't see any more coming across the main thing here. Are our cannons firing?
You're too close. Once you get within boarding distance like this, you're just as likely to harm your own ship.
And then you said, even though they're on the picture, like none of them are on deck. There are some on deck. So the ones that you see in the graphic here, these are the ones that are above or on deck. And these are the smaller ones. These are the ones that you can actually move around easily enough. But you've got ports. So you can kind of see them in the graphic here. Those are gun ports. Yeah. Okay.
But that's on the level below.
Since this witch was pointed out to me, I want to try and snag someone from the nearest group I'm in to help me aim this cannon at her. You want to
try to aim a cannon at the top? That sounds pretty darn cool. I tell you what, though, to get over to the cannon, because you've got a large skirmish going on over to the closest cannon that you have, or you can go to the deck. Well, the deck below won't give you enough elevation. You're going to have to get a cannon from up top. You could go to the back this way and get one of those. That's pretty clear.
Okay.
Want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the movement to get over there. Now, I want you to see, you're not a gunner, unless
I'm
you
not,
happen to
so
roll. Yeah.
And I'm okay with weakening one of the nearby groups to pull a guy away and have them help me
Okay.
aim the
So
cannon.
one of these sailors over here catches what you're doing. It will weaken the group, but he'll pull off and he'll help you. The two of you start moving that cannon around. So what'll happen is this round, you've gotten the help. You've gotten over there. Next round, you're going to get it situated, and then the next round you can fire it. Okay, because it's got to be packed and loaded and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
commit to
that
that.
sounds great, Barry. How about Big Drummond?
I gotta keep swinging at that group there. My tired oarsmen must be defended.
Okay, and that group is now one sailor less, as one of them has been pulled off to help with the guns. Actually, hold on. Which icon is you? Oh, you're this one. Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good here. Okay, so you're helping with that group. So why don't you go ahead and roll to hit? You're at a -1 to hit because these are the tired prisoners.
Hooah. Ah.
Yeah. You can spend luck on the behalf of your group. You just need 2 points to make it a success.
Well, in that case, why not?
Okay. 9 points of damage is quite a bit. That is enough to get 3, 6, 3. It will leave one skeleton left. Now they will get in their attack back before they're reduced, though. So they are going to get their attack in. They are going to hit only 1 point of damage, which is not enough to reduce any of your men. You got to do a whole quanta enough of damage to reduce. So you guys give back really good. You press in this time. You destroy most of the skeletons. One is left to fight. So you're doing really well over here. And Inigo. You're cowering somewhere. Excuse me.
All right, everybody,
Assessing
you're
the
doing very, very
situation from
well.
safety.
Everybody is looking very good. You're all doing a very good job. I'm very proud of all of you. I see what you are doing with the cannon. That looks like a good idea. Who needs a little bit of help, perhaps? You know what? I think I will go help Mr. Eagle Man over here.
Okay.
And Inigo is he's gonna come over here over by FDR, and he's gonna help out with over there.
I see. Okay. So at the end of the round, my necromancer is going to cast a spell. Okay, so range 150 definitely. Okay, Big Drummond, you are a powerful looking man, and therefore the target of her wrath as she casts a ray of enfeeblement at you.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
boy.
can I... Okay, first of all, let's see if she gets it off. Oh, wow. Well, an 11 is going to get it off. No, it's lost in failure. No, she fails to cast Ray of Enfeeblement onto you, and she loses the spell.
Damn
Lucky
those
you.
Perhaps
bald
it was my
eagles.
dashing good looks that confused her.
I believe it.
She took one look into those cold coffee eyes, and she lost all concentration.
Is that what we're going with?
That's what we're going to go with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're going
Okay.
to go with. Yeah.
I am doing something with my countdown die.
Oh, no.
No.
That may or may not exist.
And let's see, some more zombies are going to try, and actually this group is going to come in and reinforce.
So didn't we deep plank one of these sections up here?
Already did. I've already moved that section off. That's this group over here in the water.
All right.
Yep. Okay, so next round, you are still repulsing borders. You're holding your own fairly well, but unfortunately, you're only holding your own. FDR.
So I threw some magic missile at the necromancer, but I am a little bit concerned. You know, she is a threat, but there's also a lot of undead. So I am going to try and cast the crap out of magic missile again.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and put some magic missiles at some of these skeletons and zombies
Sure. I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Yeah.
You're just going to roll the total. Well, cast your spell first to make sure you can cast it. And then you're going to roll the total damage, and then you can distribute it as best you wish. And I'll tell you what the thresholds for each group are.
Okay. And when in doubt, I am going to spell burn a couple of points.
What does that look like? You stab your legs?
I stab my legs.
Feels like cheating.
I'm going to spell burn 3. We're going to magic missile this. All right. And, oh, God. So that is a +3 on that, which would make it a 12. And a magic missile at a 12. It's just 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage, which is not enough to reduce any of the groups.
You know what? I'm going to put...
It's one sickly eagle that comes out with a broken wing, lays on the deck and spasms.
Yeah.
This is why you're endangered.
Yeah. No, that's it. I'm gonna. That was embarrassing. Very much so.
Sir, that was not as impressive as the last one, I think.
All right, so is that what you're doing, Chuck?
Yeah.
All right, so your 3 sailors that are left are going to continue the attack. Oh, they do really well. Crit. So only 2 points of damage plus extra damage, though. 3, but I tell you what, I'm going to say that is enough that it is going to... I will reduce twice as many. So, okay, there we go. They have a fierce return volley there. Now, unfortunately, they still get their attacks in. Only 1 point. Okay, well, that doesn't take anybody down. The zombies... wow. They're just slow and doing nothing. So yeah, you successfully break and destroy several of the skeletons. So the skeletal group in front of you only has 2 members left in it. And the zombies still have 2 members left in them. So you now have 2 separate forces of 2 each there. So you're doing pretty well. They're holding their own. No one's been cut down there. Let's go to Pan.
What if I told you it's going to turn unholy again?
I wouldn't believe you. I mean, you wouldn't spam that, would you? You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't do that.
No, I definitely did.
Oh, that's not good.
Ooh, no.
It wasn't a natural one. So that's not disapproval.
That's good.
Yeah. So how many? What does that turn for you? What is your total?
It's not enough to turn anything.
It's not enough to turn anything. So yeah, they are losing fear of your copper-clad statue holding a burning ember. Goddess, it does nothing. Barry. Okay, so you guys are over there. You need to get the cannon aligned. Do you want him to do it, or do you want to do it? He is skilled. You're not skilled, but you can use luck. He can't.
Man, choices. I'm gonna basically just try to be muscle for him.
Okay, so you're gonna have him do it. All right. Yeah. Well, he's gonna try and get the elevation, everything right. He rolls a 15. He believes he has it all set and target. You are helping by putting in the cannonball, plugging in the powder. Next turn, and lighting the fuse. Next turn, it will fire.
Sweet.
Okay. Big draw. Well, actually, while we're at it, there's some fighting going on over here. We should probably take care of that. Okay. Well, they're doing okay against the zombies. Somewhat. Oh, wow. Man, my critters are not doing well at all. Okay. Well, these skeletons are going to go over here. And this poor, tired group of prisoners. Oh, wow. The prisoners are actually fighting back for their lives. Oh, but not so well. Okay, so they take out 1 skeleton. And the skeletons take out 3 prisoners.
Oof.
Yeah, so not good for them.
Good job, gentlemen. Keep fighting. You're doing well. We will back you up if you need it. These men are going to die.
Big Drummond.
Is this second board to the right here, to the right of the one that was taken down? Is that still up?
It is.
Okay, I'm going to try a mighty deed of arms to swing my hammer sideways and knock it in towards the other ship.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. Go ahead and roll to hit, and you just need to not fumble to hit. And you either need to do 5 points of damage or hit your mighty deed. Either one will suffice.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, both.
All right, so that dumps this group of skeletons into the water. The zombies, however, are leaping across. I'm going to roll. They may not make it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just like this beautiful jump as they're flailing their arms and legs, and they don't even get halfway, and they sploosh into the water. Yeah.
Those damn zombie ACLs.
And they just go right into the sea.
All right, so you guys have taken care of these 2 planks here. There's still one here, however.
Yeah.
Inigo.
I will try and deplank our group as well. I will use my spear and try to push it out.
Well, okay.
Great.
All right. Just make an attack roll. Again, just don't fumble it.
Okay. I will do my best.
Okay, that's pretty good. And yeah, it's in this case, it's not so much the damage, but you sink the point in, you kind of lever it off, and you've now gotten all the planks apart. Your boats will start to slowly drift apart, but not yet. Not yet. Countdown die is at a 1 now. And
disengage.
Let's see. My necromancer is now going to cost another spell. They will cast darkness. Okay, here we go.
Oh no. It's fine though. I've got the spell to get rid of the darkness.
A 22 on the spell result.
Well,
That's up there.
20 radius sphere of darkness at the point of restriction of 1 turn. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Your group there, FDR, is doing too well, and her minions can see in the dark. So basically, this whole area, and I can't draw a circle here. Can I draw a circle?
You should
Maybe
be
I
able
can
to.
draw a circle. Let's see.
The drawing tools, and then you can draw. Yeah.
There. That area is plunged into darkness.
Okay.
And let's see what else is happening. These guys are going to attempt to throw. Oh, shoot. Okay, so they can't move onto your ship anymore, but they don't want the ships pulling apart so that folks can use cannon. So these 3 groups are going to throw grappling hooks to try and pull the ships closer together again. So I'm going to make 3 D20 rolls here.
attempting to tether.
2.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
All 3 hooks attach and they start mooring it on their side. So it's keeping you within the boarding distance. So also meaning that your cannon are unable to fire upon one another without causing damage to both ships anyway. These guys here. They're just waiting. So we're back up to FDR.
Well,
You're blind, FDR.
for the moment, because, seeing is important. So I'm going to go ahead and cast the spell Spider Climb.
Okay.
Because my mercurial effect is Blue Star. A blue 7-pointed star appears on my forehead, and creates glaring light in a 25-foot radius.
Sure, I'd call that magical light.
25 foot in diameter per spell level.
It also makes
Wow.
a big target on
It
your head,
really
but
does.
sure.
It really does. But we can see
Go ahead and cast that spell. That looks like it succeeds.
19.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. So the darkness is pushed away by the glowing
This is our
blue
Rudolph.
star
I'm your
on your
Rudolph.
forehead. All right. So in this case, your men-at-arms are able to continue to attack as normal. They do not do good this round.
That was good damage, though.
Yeah, they do not hit, however. Skeletons don't either, though. And the zombies do, but only, 3 points is enough to kill one of your men. So one of your men goes down screaming as a zombie chomps into his neck, leaving just 2 of the sailors in that group. Pan, back to you.
Well, since doing this spell stuff is going so well, maybe I'll just take a break from it for a moment and see about cutting off one of those grappling hooks.
Okay. Just make a melee attack roll. As long as you can do 2 points of damage, it'll sever the line and not fumble. You hit, and you do only 1 point of damage? You're sawing at it. So next round, you won't have to hit. You can just finish cutting that line without having to roll.
Yeah, I was going to say getting 2 points of damage is probably out of the question for me. So
So it just means it'll take another round. That's all.
I will go ahead and throw a point of luck on it.
Okay.
To up that damage to 2.
Okay.
I thought that was the
that's
thing
fine.
you could do.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you sever the line, just mark off your luck there. Barry,
All right.
you want the honors of firing it, or do you want the soldier to? Again, you get to lose luck, but you're only rolling a d10 because you're not trained with the weapon.
Man, I really kind of just want to fire it and burn a bunch of luck.
Okay.
Because you can burn luck afterwards, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. He aimed
So
it already.
just roll your untrained weapon roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all aimed. So assuming that you make the hit roll.
Untrained weapon. So do I get my D and all that stuff, or how's that work?
It's a good question.
You should be able to just
Penalty.
uncheck the training icon next to
if
it
you
on the right.
Yeah, just uncheck on whichever weapon you're using, and it should do it that way.
There's a little, teach.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
There we go. I'll do that.
That's not bad.
That actually hits. You don't make your deed, but you do hit. Now here's the damage. Roll 2d10.
Nice.
All right. Eight
8 points of damage. Okay. Well, she already took some from the magic missile. So 8 points of damage. Okay. Well, okay, she goes down. Don't know if she's alive or dead, but she goes down.
Fantastic.
And there's a big old explosion as the cannonball kind of hits right around her feet. The platform she's standing on collapses. She falls inside. Maybe alive, maybe not. Good shot. Big Drummond. Oh, actually, while we're at it, hold on. Let me finish off the fight that's going on over here. Your sailors hit. 6 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, they're not doing bad. They miss. Okay, so 6 points is. Oh, unfortunately, these are the strong zombies. Okay, well, they're holding their own, but the zombies that they're fighting are beefier and stronger and holding weapons. Over here, the 3 tired oarsmen. Not enough damage. Oh, that is enough, though. Another one of the captives goes down screaming beneath the bony embrace of the skeletons over here. All right. So we've got 2 grapples. The zombie is going to try and cross the grapple. The set of skeletons are going to try and cross the grapple. They need to make rolls. They make it. And the other set. And they make it. Okay, so there are more borders. All right. Who just went on your side? Did Inigo, did you get to go?
Not yet.
No, we just did Barry, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Big Drummond.
Oh boy. God, I feel like retreating, but I don't know where to. Well, nothing for it. I'm going to try to finish off the group that myself and the tired oarsmen were fighting.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
How much damage was that?
13.
13. Okay. Well, 13 is enough for that group is gone. That group is gone.
Oh, like,
Leaving just the zombies there. And now let's see how they do. Okay, so it's doing pretty good. You're very proud of yourselves until one zombie lashes out, bites the head off of one of the other oarsmen. So you lose one from your group here.
oh,
Okay, and Inigo.
Did we still have another grapple over here to get rid of?
There are 2 more grapples.
I will probably.
Yeah, you've got to move.
You know how many
move a little bit.
skeletons are left?
Over here,
Yeah.
there's only 1 skeleton, but there are 2 zombies, and they're very tough opponents.
You know what? I'll probably focus on that then. I'll just attack.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it as a group then. The men-at-arms, you go ahead and roll to hit +1. And if you hit, you're going to do a D8 damage +1. Since you're helping them. Oh, you do not hit, however.
Nope.
Okay, so their turn. Oh,
That would have been an 11. I don't know if an 11 would hit.
Oh, would have been an 11. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, because
so
I didn't add the +1 in there.
that will polish off the skeleton, but it still gets to hit before it dies, and they do enough damage to kill one of your sailors. So there's only one of your sailors left after this round. And the zombies. Oh, nope, you have no more sailors left. So you're faced with 2 zombies, and all of the sailors there are defeated and dead, with FDR's head still glowing very brightly in there. Now my countdown timer has gone off because you have been chumming the waters, you see.
Oh.
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 And while the sharks are one problem, hold on, I'm trying to find my... Okay. Tentacles start breaching the water. The sharks flee because, sharks aren't dumb. Some of the tentacles start to surround both of your ships. You guys hear the sound of like timbers creaking as the tentacles wrap around the hull of both your ship and theirs, kind of slamming them together.
That's rude.
Okay. So new wrinkle to this. Let's go back up to FDR. FDR, there are 2 zombies still here, but you have no more ablative sailors to help you.
Yeah, and I was also reading my spider climb spell, and for the turn that I've got it activated, I can't cast any other spells.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to do what you got to do, and in this instance, it's going to be run up the nearest mast.
Sure. Let's just put you just outside there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which does, however, mean that the area is not plunged in blackness anymore because the necromancer is either dead or gone. So
Okay.
it's gone anyway. Okay, so but you leave. I'm not going to say they're your friends. I mean, you've been chained together on an ore deck for the last
Yeah.
week, but you're not exactly friends to deal with the two zombies. But
They
you
got
get
it.
to safety.
They got
Pan,
it.
Boy,
you seem to be low on sailors to protect you.
I suddenly am. Yes, I don't like this very much. If only my character was actually good at melee, I would consider fighting them. But holy symbol! The power of Lady Liberty compels you.
The power of the French compels you.
Ooh.
That's let me double check here because I get caster level plus personality plus luck, so I get a +4 to it, so it should be a 12.
A 12, which gives you how many hit dice worth of turning?
I wish I could read this chart. Let me see
I
if I
think
can
it's 2
find
hit dice. Yeah, I think the
so.
11 is on the 2 hit dice. So you actually will get one of the zombies to abandon. So that's going to leave 1 on deck.
Well, that's something.
That's something. It's definitely not nothing. But unfortunately, that means that the one zombie that's remaining is going to go ahead and attack.
He can attack someone else.
Right?
Right.
We'll find out. Let's see. So AC 15 is going to hit either one of you. So here's what it's going to be. It's either going to be you or it's going to be Inigo. Inigo, you're even. Pan is odd.
Oh, I'll go ahead and write it out here.
It is odd. Okay. Pan, can you take
Owie.
7 points of damage?
I can, but just barely.
Okay. The zombie.
You're doing a very good job, Mr. Brad.
Clubs you, knocking you to the ground, doing some significant amounts of pain to you. Yeah.
Do you have a level 0 and level 1 health?
Yes, you get full hit points from both 0 level, which is 4, and then whatever your class is full.
Yep, you should have a minimum of 5.
Yeah. Barry, you've just fired a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you might have succeeded.
There's tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something dangerous.
Okay. Always good.
I want to light a fuse to delay it to go off in a powder keg that I'm going to throw off the side.
Ooh, okay. I'll tell you what.
My goal is for a powder keg to go off in the water and kind of like stun it.
Make me an intelligence check to see if you get the fuse right.
Okay. I'm gonna burn luck on that. How much?
2 points. I need a 10. Okay. I need a 10 for you to get the fuse right.
Yep. I'll burn 2.
Okay. You cut a fuse off of one of the powder kegs. You get it lit, and with the help of one of the sailors, you push it over the edge. We'll get back to that.
All
Big
right.
Drummond.
I'm gonna abandon the tired oarsmen that are left and go after the zombies who are attacking my actual friends over here.
Okay, so just regular combat. It's there's only one zombie left, but while you're doing that, I'm going to roll for the tired prisoners. Oh, you poor people.
No.
Oh well, they're holding their own.
And they fumble.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have one more of the zombies fall off overboard. So there's only one zombie left in that group over there.
I'm going to try to knock that zombie prone with my deep die.
Okay.
Which doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Or do I hit?
You do not hit. You kind of bull rush, and the zombie is just slippery is what it is. So you hit him, but you just kind of slide off the slime that's encrusted over him, and you just go several feet past. Okay.
Slap some barnacles.
Inigo.
I will attack this zombie. He's going to run out of targets eventually, and I am too pretty to take damage.
Well, since Big Drummond just attacked, take a +1 to your attack since you're 2-1 on him.
Ooh, I like
Actually,
that.
Pan,
Fantastic
you
news.
attacked the zombie last round too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, take +2. Sorry.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, and the deed die goes off as well.
Okay. What was the deed? To knock it off?
Oh, just I figure I'd like spear him right in the skull and just sort of fling him over the board.
Okay. You spear him right in the skull, and the top part of the zombie goes overboard. The lower part, the legs and hips, are still standing there and fall over. Because you did enough damage to kill it too. So yeah, so there's that. And now, while we're at it, let's find out. We didn't do this group yet. Oof. Ooh.
Ooh.
9, 4, 8. That's 2. So 2 of those sailors die this turn. 5 left. Okay. End of the round. 2 things happen. 1, both vessels are going to take some damage.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Do we want
The
that to be
hull
high?
of this ship that attacked you is cracked in half as the tentacle just squeezes both ends. So it kind of cuts in half and it starts to sink. The skeleton's really paying no mind, most of them going down with it. Your vessel takes some damage, but is still watertight. You guys took the 16, it took the 30. However, an explosion goes off now. Here's the question, Barry. Make me a luck check, because if it goes off too close to the hull, it's going to damage your ship too.
Yeah.
What? Joe taking us all down with him?
He succeeded.
That one.
Wow.
Critical success.
Okay. Joe, this is excessive, but I think it's fun. Roll me 2d30.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
26.
There is a big explosion beneath your ship. It causes a crest of water to rise, and your ship is lifted up on this newly formed wave and is pushed away as gobbets of flesh and green blood start to float to the surface. As this happens, the remaining zombies on board and the skeletons just fall as if they're the strings from their marionette have just been severed, and they just fall to the deck lifeless. You are cut free from the other ship that continues to sink beneath the waves. All the undead are motionless, and the creaking of your ship continues, but for the moment you're still floating. So let's take stock. You have 2 more prisoners. You have 5 sailors, including the first mate. You have 5 more of the prisoners here. So 10 prisoners and 5 sailors made it through, as well as you guys.
Well, that's not a lot.
The sailors get about to pushing the corpses off the board, and they of course they're vastly outnumbered now, but the first mate, whose name is Subatsa, says, "True to my words, I will give you all writs to expunge the crimes that you have been incarcerated for, and we will not continue to the rock. Our captain is dead. His ship is in bad need of repair. We're days away from any port that can help us." And so folks are grumbling. It's like, so we need to come up with a plan, what we're going to do. Don't know if this vessel can make it to land or not. As he's saying this, he's pulled forth a trunk from the captain's cabin, and he's going through it, and he's pulling out paperwork. Chuck,
Yes.
FDR, he calls you forward. What were your crimes, FDR? What were you imprisoned for? And you're going to be sent to the island called The Rock to do hard labor until you die. What did you do?
War crimes.
War crimes? Yeah.
War crimes.
War crimes. Okay.
Yeah.
He gives you the official documentation with a stamp on it saying you are hereby absolved of your crimes. War crimes. You're a free citizen.
Nice. Thank you. I'll take it, stuff it in my pocket.
Pan, what crimes did you commit?
Cereal bread theft.
Yeah, that's a death crime. Sure enough.
That's just stealing bread all the time.
You're given your papers. Barry, why were you going to be sent to your death working out the rest of your life on a small island?
I like to imagine that I used to be a cannoneer, but I like shot the mast off of one of our ships and
Damage of personal property. Of course, that's
Yeah.
a death sentence. Your paperwork is given to you. Big Drummond, what possible crimes have you committed against the people to have you sentenced to death? A slow, long death.
I punched too many people in the kidney so that I could be bigger than them.
You punched the wrong person in the kidney, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolved. Amigo.
You wanted the whole list of crimes or just the highlights?
Inigo's never committed any real bad crime. It's just he's committed so many petty crimes. They've just decided to get him out of society.
I maintain that in any proper civilization, I would be seen as completely innocent. But if you're asking what I am being unjustly persecuted for, is gambling. Let's see, there was thievery, illegal fighting, political disruption, impersonating a member of the clergy, inappropriate liberties with a member of the clergy, general public lewdness, and I think there was one for a noise complaint once. It was a cat, not my fault. I maintain that was not me. It was somebody else, but I was there at the time, technically.
Okay. The rest of the prisoners were also given their writs. And now you need to have a conversation. You got to figure out what you're going to do from here. So you've got, including you guys, you've got 10 more prisoners that were being sent to the Rock for various crimes. None of them are sailors. They have no idea how to run a boat. So the 4 sailors that are left, kind of the people that know how to use the boat, navigate, and they're telling you, look, the closest port we can make is the Rock. It's about 2 days off. We might make that. There's no way we're making landfall. That's 7 days off. We've got enough provisions for 3 more days. Now, one of the other prisoners says, well, if somebody can navigate us there, I do know of a pirate point in this area, a little floating island that's made to service certain illegal seaborne. And the soldier's like, just get on with it. Okay, look, right. So it caters to pirates. I know how to get there, but I don't really know how to navigate. So that's I think it's within like a day or 2, though.
Let's go there.
Agreed.
Would
Rather
they-
than the
you
prison
said
we
it's-
were trying to avoid.
You said it was floating, so would they have a way to like service our ship there, or
Oh, that's exactly what it's for. I mean, when pirate vessels take damage, they can't exactly make a normal port call. I mean, there's no dry
Okay.
docks, but as long as we're not leaking below the water line, they should be able to do some repairs for us.
Maybe we should
we
check
should
that
go
out
check on that?
first,
Yeah.
then?
Who's volunteering to go over the side in shark-infested waters to check your
I'll do
hole?
it. I've still got
We
spider
can't look
climb.
from the inside?
Well, I mean, that'll tell you some things. But you really kind of need to see the outside to tell you other things.
Yeah, I'll get
Yeah.
out and I'll walk
Mhm.
with my spider climb around the exterior of the ship, not going in the water, but just right above the water level.
Okay. You are not taking in water below the water line, but you can see that if you have rough weather above the water line, a lot of the wood is fractured and broken. So if you had rough seas that brought the water up over the water line, there's going to be problems.
Okay.
Mm.
I'll take that back and share it. We should definitely work on that.
Is there anything we can do to patch it in the meantime, or?
It's no timber aboard. That's not a lot they can do. They don't have tar either. This was just supposed to be a 7-day voyage to the Rock. They're going to change ships there. So they didn't even bring enough provisions to last longer than the 7 days.
Wow.
I mean, I can help with provisions at least because I create food and water.
Nice. That's handy.
Hmm.
I mean, if there's wood floating from the other ship, we could maybe hammer it over the holes or just,
Well,
we
there is some floating wood. I mean, it's sunk at this point, but I mean, there is floating wood and refuse from that ship just floating in the water.
I say we just risk it.
There should be grappling hooks that are still stuck on our side that we could use to.
Well,
tie
I
up
imagine
to.
someone cut those so that you weren't pulled down with the other ship.
Even so, we
But
still got the
the
hooks.
hook is probably
The hooks are
on our
there.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could
We-
probably
we
tie
could-
the rope to it and.
You want to go
We
fishing
could-
for planks?
We could
Yeah.
play raft.
Okay. Well, one of the seamen is a woodworker. So I tell you what, Barry, you give me a luck roll since you're the one who brought up the plan.
All right.
If you succeed, I'll go ahead and okay, looks like you did.
Pass.
Here we go. The carpenter's going to see what he can do with this. He's trained. Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, he can patch you up so that you can withstand some rough seas. So really right now you could go further. Your limiting factor is fresh food and fresh water.
Okay.
Which I can help with that.
You say you've got that cleric man?
Yeah, what we can do is every day I can roll to see if we can make some food. And if we make some food, then we don't eat our provisions.
It's a good idea.
And then if I don't make food, then we eat our provisions. And if I don't make food 3 days in a row, then we starve. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Like
it's
these
not
odds.
eating
Who
tech.
is willing to take that bet with me?
Mhm.
One gold
Well-
coin says we make it.
I'm in favor of making it.
Is this where we get a GM note that there's a hurricane 2 days out in that direction? And
Weather seems fine now. The navigator, since you do have the option of going a further distance, does break out a map and just to see what your choices are. 'Cause, they'd like to
Boom.
arrive somewhere safely as well.
Mhm.
It's 7 days back to when she came, mainland. It's less than 2 days to the Rock, which you've been given your reprieve, so that's not a problem. Could go there. Could.
I like Pirate Land.
Yeah. Pirate Land is potentially within a day if the guy's navigation is correct.
Yeah. Let's
Like
do
Pirate Land.
we could go Pirate Land. Make sure we're safe to go somewhere else, I suppose.
Mhm. Now,
Rather
your
than
ship
risking
still
it.
needs repairs, but what
Yeah,
you've done is made if you do hit a patch of bad weather, you're not going to get swamped right away.
Okay. Other than Pirate Land and where we came and the Rock, is there like another location that's worth checking out?
Well, if you want to sail for about a month, yes.
Okay. Let's
Does
go
the
to
ship
Pirate
have a
Land.
flag on it?
No.
Okay, good.
It has sails, but it's not running any kind of flag. This ship is a prison ship. It's meant to haul prisoners to the Rock and back, and that's really all it does.
Well, I think over the next day I'll try to find like some tarps and whatnot, and then try to fashion some sort of crude skull and crossbones flag.
Oh, you want to identify yourself as a pirate? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be shot down by pirates.
Well, the ship itself is well known in these waters. Pirates would generally know that it carries no cargo, like it's carrying prisoners. So you're not exactly a target of wealth anyway. But I mean, if you want to do that, you certainly could.
Yeah.
Hoist the Jolly Roger.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do? So you do have the wreck of that other ship. If anybody feels like diving, again, shark infested waters. But
I'm good to get to go. Yeah.
At least maybe we could look when we're not in shark-infested waters.
But then we won't be in the wreckage of the ship.
There was a fancy lady with a crazy stick that might have been worth something.
Yeah, but sharks.
He can make food, and if he makes food, we'll throw it on the other side of the boat, and then I'll dive.
I mean, technically, we could do that.
I'm not bleeding anywhere, so
Surely we don't need all of these people.
No, we kind of do, actually.
let's do it. I volunteer. I'll go
Okay,
because I want that stick.
Mr. Cleric.
All right. So
Excellent. All right.
Well, I'll tell you what,
odds on
what,
him coming
man,
back in one piece.
you don't need to use the spell if you want to throw the bodies of the prior living people overboard, the fresh meat. You could do that. It's
Yeah,
not like they can
do
give
that
them
too.
proper burials anyway.
Yeah, I'll get people to
Yeah,
help
that-
me, like try and throw them as far as we can off the opposite side.
yeah, I don't have
We could
anything
just
to help you
drag
with
it-
that.
we-
So
We could honestly just put a rope on a couple of them and bundle them together behind the ship.
Well, we're not moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
Right, but it would
putting-
keep them from floating too far away, but keep them on one side.
and putting ropes around them or something, making them harder to eat would probably be good too, where they'd play with it a little
Use
bit
them as
more.
bait, put them around the grappling hooks, go fishing for sharks.
there we
That'd
go.
be funny too.
Uh-huh.
But
Eat
yeah,
me? No, eat you.
Yeah,
Okay, I tell you what. So
I'll go spelunking.
I'll give you that is a distraction. So here's what we're gonna do. Barry, make me a luck check.
All right. I
Okay.
need it. So
I would like you to make me a stamina
okay,
save. Hey,
20.
you're able to swim through. Actually, can your character swim? That's a good question.
I would assume
That's just a yes or
I would
no.
know.
You get to decide.
He did work on
I
a
feel like I
ship.
would. I mean, I've been working on a ship.
That sounds like a
So-
perfect reason why you'd know how to swim. You're able to hold your breath long enough that you're able to get through some of the wreckage. It hasn't quite settled. This is a very deep area, so you're fighting. You know, it's got a certain amount of buoyancy, and you're kind of going down with it as it goes. But you're able to keep your dives short enough and to keep your breath held. Here's the thing. You have seen two things. One, you see the part of the ship that was like the tower in the back that the woman fell in.
Mhm.
It's falling off, say, to your left. It's falling fairly slow. To your right, there is an internal room that's still kind of intact. It's going down kind of slowly. It's kind of trapped some air in it. You see some chests in there. You're only going to be able to reach one. Which one do you go to?
The tower that the woman was in sounds. I mean, I did want to go after her stick. I did see a fancy magic stick, and I know that's worth money, and I know that's over there. I don't know what's in those chests, so I'm going to go there.
Okay. You dive into the wreckage of basically the captain's quarters. Give me a reflex save, please. You're having to
Okay.
move through this. It's tumbling through the water. Up and down is not working so well. Do you want to spend 2 luck?
Yes, I will.
I'll spend 2 luck. You're able to pull yourself in. You see she is floating. She may or may not be dead, but she's certainly unconscious. In her room around her, there are several large tomes, which may or may not still be in good condition since they're now waterlogged. You see her staff. And there is a
Okay.
small box, about a foot, 1 foot small box.
think I want the staff in the box. And is it
Snag the staff
possible
in
to
the
drag
box.
her along with us?
You want to try and drag her as well? Okay, so you grab a foot and you start pulling. You grab the staff in the box, leaving the books behind. You start swimming out. Make me one last luck check.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
3.
sharks stay on the other side, and you
Nice.
surface. People are helping you pull in. You still got her leg, pulling her on board.
All right.
Okay, got a staff, got a small box.
I found the magic lady.
And now we have a new person to work the oars.
Yeah.
Probably.
Why did you bring her back?
Probably should like restrain her or something. Oh wait, we
Yeah.
have magic shackles in the
hold.
let's
Yeah.
let's
fair.
put magic shackles on her. And
Yeah, well, she's not
can't
breathing.
test. Let's deal with that.
That,
After
mean-
we put
that
magic
means
shackles
very
on her.
little.
Yeah. I'm gonna be running
I can-
down to do magic shackle stuff and make sure those get on, and then we have a cleric, so hopefully
Yeah, I can do
Let's
whatever.
make me an intelligence check. It sounds like you're a cleric of a healing god, perhaps.
Tasty liberty god.
Of course, yeah. I don't know about the healing then. No, go ahead, and make me an intelligence check as you check.
Oh, well, it checks out then because my intelligence is 8.
Okay. Not breathing, but there is a pulse, light, but there is a pulse, but she's not breathing.
Someone's gonna need to juice her, probably. You know, when you squeeze them and the
Help.
liquid comes out.
Help.
Oh, I've got a hammer. I can do that. How much liquid you want?
Gut check.
Call this the hammer maneuver.
We just need the clear liquid out, not.
Oh, okay.
Not the red.
Yeah.
I can try that with just I don't know, knocking out.
This is a finesse move.
Yeah, I will try to. I'll.
Do you
Do a
think
mighty
Big
sheet
Drummond?
to finesse it
Do
out.
you
After
think
she's
Big Drummond would
found-
know mouth to mouth?
He would lie and say he does, but that's neither here nor there.
You get to decide.
I'm sure
You tell
Inigo
me.
does.
Yeah.
I know many maneuvers. None of them are life-saving.
I'll just do what people do whenever somebody's drunk. And I'll roll her onto her side and just like thump the crap out of her back and hope she coughs it up.
Sure. So you're saying that you don't know specifically how to do it. So give me a luck check.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
it looks like it's gonna be 19.
There's a spurt of water
Yeah.
and coughing. And it's
What does
it's over.
what does this newly breathing woman look like?
She's short, like 5'5", really long black hair that was cut up in kind of like a band that's kind of been messed up because a cannonball struck her very closely. So it's kind of like, askew and severely damaged. Wearing what looks like shark skin, like a very form-fitting shark skin suit almost.
Ooh. Fancy.
She old and shriveled, or is she?
She is maybe in her 20s.
Oh,
Am I back?
Button up his
magic
fancy
shackles by now?
slave tattoo.
yeah. As soon as she starts breathing again, I kind of straighten up my shirt a little bit, I button a button up, and then look down and kind of turn my head at it, unbutton it again, and then reach down. I help her up, and I kind of introduce myself.
I
Keep
feel
those
like
hands
madame.
occupied, and then we can get those shackles on them. Now,
I feel like
I hold her hands and hold her
Racing
up.
to get those shackles as fast as possible.
Hello, madam. I'm Inigo Benito Mariña. I'm very sorry about all of this nasty business and the skeletons and all of the what do not. And hello.
she was this person who did skeletons. Remember?
Breadman, I am talking.
Make me a personality check.
Hey,
All right. She smiles back, showing a perfect set of very sharp filed teeth.
Ooh.
Nice
That's
smile,
spicy.
though, otherwise. And says, well, if you're the good cop. And she kind of looks around. Who's the bad cop?
that's me.
Oh, I assure you, most of these.
I'm immediately like
Clack.
getting those orders.
So you put the shackles on her. I look down as I hear the clink, and I go, no. These are for
do they
later.
work
These are
anywhere?
for later.
If they're like on the wrists or on the legs, do they work.
You can go
anywhere?
either. Well, she is
Okay.
kind of small. Most of the manacles have been made for larger folk, but they are magical. So,
Okay. I'll probably do them on her legs.
okay.
Yep. Or I guess whichever one I would get the best sense that they'll stay on.
Well, as you clamp them on, they look like they're going to be too big. But once you seal them, they kind of shrink and they form up quite nicely. She
Okay.
tugs at him for a moment, looks up at you and says, well, you haven't killed me outright. What's your plan?
It's a prison ship of second chances now that we've been freed. We kind of can thank you for that. So, you killed a bunch of the people that were going to slave us to death, and we spare your life. I think that's a good trade where we don't kill each other.
Well, I was looking for new crew members. As you saw, my meteor minions they're deteriorating, more skeleton than the more useful ones. And I was hoping to get a boat full of new crew.
Well, we were already
Hold on.
slaves once, so
just
we
a second.
don't
Sure.
don't really want to do that again.
Yeah.
I don't think she accepts our kind.
No, I definitely, I think we were gonna turn into zombies. Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I'm a president, not a corpse.
That's right. Not yet, at least.
I mean,
yeah.
you're kind of both.
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
All
We
good.
were just, making jokes.
Like, it seems that none of your crew are of our likeness.
Well, the shipping lanes, you see, they've not been as robust as they once were. There's not a lot of shipping coming out of mainland, so I've had to dredge for my crew. Most of them were unfortunates that went down with other ships.
Well, I didn't
And
really want to be.
I spied your ship from afar, and I said, well, I mean, these poor prisoners were being sentenced to death on the rock. I mean, surely they would rather have a unlife working for me.
See, that's not very different.
It's not.
Yeah, it sounds a lot
Yeah.
like the same, but
Maybe
longer.
if it was like you could just work for me and not be dead.
Yeah, see, that would have been
Or,
palatable.
how about work with you? Not
I
for-
would have given you the choice, but the crew members, they never go for that. So I had to take care of them. I didn't know that you would fight. Usually you just stay down there.
Yeah, cleric. Undead, kind of not my thing.
Yeah, usually when
Well,
like undead attack, the lines are usually pretty drawn immediately at those undead and
Yeah.
those living.
See, now personally, I wouldn't mind being undead. It's just that being an undead thrall is not. Yeah, it's just not in my. Nah.
I very much like being alive.
Well,
I mean, you
So then
seem
I guess
to as
that's off the
well,
table
So I'm
then.
sure you get it.
no one willing to embrace undeath then. No?
I mean,
Yeah.
not right now. Also, you don't have a ship anymore.
I'd be a little more convinced if you were as well, but there's obviously something not quite worth doing it if you're
Yeah, if it was so
still
great,
flesh like us.
how come you're still alive?
No, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double standard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone's got to be in charge. And once you're brought back to unlife, the gray matter still rots. So ideas aren't very forthcoming.
Yeah,
See,
it's
I like ideas still.
a bit of a deal breaker for me.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
much of your day is taken up with wondering if you've done the right thing, if you've made
None.
the right choice,
Very little.
if you
None.
ate the
Surprisingly
right
little,
food?
actually.
I mean, I'm just
A lot of that.
We can just dispense with all of that. No more choices needing to be made. Never have to wonder if you're wearing the right thing.
No, we've already got a president. It's fine.
Yeah.
I am always wearing the right thing.
Yeah, not into that.
Well, you got me. What does a bunch of former prisoners want to do now?
We're going
I
to
mean,
pirate
we
land.
kind of want to just go be pirates, I think.
Yeah. Is
Well,
there
I had quite a cargo of gold in there. We'd had a few successful runs. I mean, it's been ages since we've seen an actual cargo ship through here, though. But, there was some significant amount of gold that went down with my ship.
Then we'll be divers then?
I'm gonna completely lie.
It
and be
works
like, oh,
so much better if you don't have to breathe.
I'm gonna lie.
That can be
and say,
someone
like,
else's
I didn't see
problem.
that. So
We could make that someone else's problem than ours.
yeah.
One of the sailors speaks up, says, well, I mean, technically, she's probably wanted. We could turn her in for gold. And she's certainly
That's
broken all
true.
kinds of laws. And we're not forgiving her. I mean, she's not getting a writ.
That's fair.
Captain's already dead. My
now
hands
that
are
I
washed.
mention it-
I don't have the authority to forgive her any crimes. So
Yeah, I was just going to say, keep
Fair.
all that writ technology to yourself when we hit Pirate Island, or else we're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is probably worth a lot. That's a good idea.
he looks at her nails, starts noodling on it, and says, only about 1,000 gold last time I saw a wanted poster. I figure if I could have hit some more of those merchant caravans going through, that, that'd be a couple of grand now, but times have been lean all around.
It sounds like
Fair
being a
enough.
pirate's not a good idea anymore either then.
I mean, we don't have to be
Once America
pirates.
cut off all their borders and stopped shipping everything out, it's trade's been horrible.
True. Let's just go to Pirate
Uh,
Land and get us a ship to take us somewhere else.
We'll make up our
Agreed.
decisions later.
Yeah, just because we're
I'm gonna
going there
tell-
doesn't mean we have to commit to the lifestyle.
And I'm gonna make sure to tell everybody, like our group and all of the living people on the ship, make sure she doesn't get out of those shackles.
She holds him up and she meets Inigo's eye and it's like wink. Actually, you
Oh,
put him
no.
on her legs. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I assure you, we will need a second set of those if we want to free your legs for anything.
Can I just throw her overboard?
She's my
Oof.
money.
That's 1,000
Nuclear
gold to throw
option.
away.
Yeah, but
I'd be
she's-
happy just to step overboard myself if you take these shackles off.
No.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
I want to open up the small box.
Okay.
Like away from arm's reach of her.
All right. It is locked.
Okay.
You want to force it? You want to try and pick it? What's your class anyway, Barry?
I'm a warrior.
Okay.
So I'm not
The
able to
box
pick it.
seems to be made out of like scrimshaw. It's bone. And the lock itself seems to be made of, it's a soft metal, maybe lead. And it's kind of lined in lead on the outside. So it's bone and lead.
Okay. I want to carefully try to pry it open.
We'll try and pry it open. Okay, so you're going to break the lock then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Make me a fortitude save, please.
Oh no.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, that's not bad.
Ah, that's not bad.
Okay, take okay, well, just take 2 points of damage. As there's an electrical discharge.
Ow.
Yeah. It's like a and you open it and there are several it's a metal ring and it's got thin plates of bone that have all kinds of like arcane runes inscribed on them and such. FDR, if you're nearby, that's her spell book. Spells are written on individual slates of bone.
Oh. Is this worth anything?
Not to any. It's worth something to me.
Careful with that. It took a lifetime to get together all of those spells.
I'll hand it to you, FTR.
Multiple lifetimes, actually.
Thanks.
So it's probably fair for someone else to have.
The more
a
you
turn,
talk, the less I
then.
like you.
I'll lean into her. Multiple lifetimes, you say. Are you older than you look? Because you look very good.
Got a few hundred years on you, I think. Pat
Once
you on the
again.
face.
Oh, my.
We should just
How do
throw
you
it
keep your
overboard.
skin so bright and vibrant?
Baby blood.
Aha. I
Again,
turn around to
the more
everybody
she
else and I'm
talks,
like,
the less I like her.
"Woohoo."
It's- I don't think that's a lie.
Big, you grab the feet, I grab the hands.
Yeah,
She's worth money.
1,000 gold ain't worth this.
Nope.
I think.
Come on, just
Well-
remove the shackles, or just give me the key. You can throw me
Nah,
over the
see,
board.
Okay.
Give
Yeah,
me the
see,
key.
If,
I'll
throw me
trade you.
overboard.
I'll
We're just
trade
setting
you.
you free at this
What do you
point.
got?
why would we throw
you
her
there
overboard?
with the pretty beard? You've got my staff, but you don't have the keyword. Just
So
put the key in my mouth, and if I can release myself before I drown, and I'll give you the keyword to use that pretty staff.
But your hands are free. It's not a.
Sounds-
Why do we even have to put the key in your mouth?
I was just making it interesting.
Sounds like a trick.
I think
It does, because if she can get herself free, then she doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I feel like she's got like some spell or something that's gonna make it like come back to her or something. Or
Probably.
I'm worried about that. But
I mean, the
but
staff
again,
is useless without the keyword.
Just throw the staff in too.
I'm gonna turn back to you guys. And be like, well, why would we throw her overboard when if we behead her, we have proof that we killed her?
Do you know if taking her head off will kill her?
it'll
But
still be
taking
worth
your head off
1,000
kill you?
gold.
I think it would.
I'll tell you, you all debate this. I'm going to go
How
talk to the
about
first mate. and
If
get
taking
us
her head
going
off
to
doesn't kill
Pirate
her,
City.
she deserves to live. And you
Somebody
know,
here had
I'm
an
fine
axe.
with
Was that you, Mr. President?
I do have an axe.
You take her head off,
I'll
and if
take
that
that
doesn't
one.
kill her, then you put the key in her mouth and throw the head
Yeah.
overboard.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on?
I gave my axe to Big, and I'm going to
Okay.
go talk to the
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chop her head
first
off.
mate about getting
Okay.
on the way.
You chop her head off. You go and talk to the first mate. He kind of twitches a little bit as Drummond does the backswing and the head goes rolling.
Hooray! Crisis averted. Maybe.
I will poke the sea
All right.
witch's head to make sure she's not looking around. And
The
doing
head
stuff.
blinks at you, and the body
Nah.
starts crawling towards the head. While this is
I don't
going
like
on,
that.
Barry, the staff is glowing slightly.
Throw the body over water now?
It smiles
Or-
at you, Drummond.
You know, I got a hammer
Nope.
too, jerk.
Can we?
Oh, I really want to fire that head out of the cannon.
Oh,
No, we need the head, though, don't we?
She gives you the frowny. She gives you the frowny look when you say that.
Well, we've got the body.
I don't think the
I
body's
mean-
enough to
I don't think the body is worth.
I don't want to
anything.
deal with a body that's animate. I'll put it to you that way. A head's much easier to deal with.
We could always put more shackles on it, I guess.
But where?
FDR, what are you asking the first mate?
Let's go to Pirate Land.
Well, I've gotten the navigation coordinates. If they're right, we can head out. Sails are good. There's no wind, though. I'm going to need some rowers.
Put the body down and strap some oars to the hands and make that body start working.
Yeah, we got one oar, just like I said when we first got him here.
I'll go down.
You-
the row.
Got one rower at least.
You lock the necromancer into the oar locks, put the head on the opposite bench so she can see how her arms are operating. You're going to need more than just the one person to
I'll
oar,
go
though.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you still have 10 other survivors as well. So,
Oh, they're making.
All right, I hate to say it, guys, but we don't know how to boat, so I guess let's get back to work.
Yeah. We
all right,
row.
go on over to the floating filth. The navigation coordinates. Well, actually, hold on a second. Let me roll here. Make sure my navigator is okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh beer.
So he said it was going to be a couple of days. 2 days go by. Are you trying to make food each day, Pan?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll
And roll.
definitely be doing that.
Go ahead and roll twice. Then see if you can make enough
Okay.
for what is this? 15? Oh no, it's 20 people.
Oh, that's not bad. It doesn't feed a whole lot of people, but that would be more than a 12, though. It's still not quite right. It'd be a 15 instead.
Okay. So you do have to hit your stores a little bit, but that helps. Now make the second day's roll.
Let me see what a 15 gets us. 5 plus caster level.
Okay.
All
So you use up some of your stores, but not all of them. You had 2 days worth of stores.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, there we go.
That should be a 20 instead.
Okay. All right. So you should have arrived in 2 days. In 2 days, you're just looking at an expansive sea.
Yeah,
He goes,
15 plus I got 16 people on that day. So
okay. He does some recalculations.
Oh no.
2 more days go by.
Oh. Still,
can we get a
still
new
nothing.
navigator?
Yeah, let me
So-
just ask the navigator a quick question. I'll throw my oar down. All right. If I was to point at a map, you know what? Actually, first mate, could you give me a map real quick? Now,
Mhm.
Mr. Navigator, and I'll cover up the compass on there. Which way is east?
No, that's east. That's absolutely east. I just think the coordinates the prior criminal gave me weren't quite right.
Ah, crap.
Let me go ahead and roll up my food rolls
Mhm.
here.
Hey.
All right. Well, I got another 20 and then another 6. What is that? Another 14.
So you basically only ended up using half a day's worth of stores. So I mean, you still have almost 2 days worth of stores without you doing this.
Okay.
Thank goodness, because
Yeah.
we'd all be starving.
Mhm. Well,
Come on, navigator.
All but one.
All right. Can we wait until night and
All but
somehow
one.
navigate the stars? To
Yeah, and
get
that's
us
what
out of here?
happens. He waits until the stars come out, and then he's like, "Oh, that's not the North Star." When the guy was pointing and saying, "Oh, so many so many hashes," that's not the North Star. And then they figure it out. It's like, okay, so you weren't too far off course, and you do eventually get to the floating filth. It
Sweet.
is a floating small city. There's these gigantic like bamboo platforms. They're floating on these large hollow bamboo logs. There are several ships that are birthed here. There are a couple of full-on, roofed houses, but there's a lot of smaller ones that have like rice paper walls, and they're just basically, a roof with these rice paper walls, and they're all over the place. There are a lot of folks here doing commerce. There's like a place that's selling like vegetables and fish and meats just off of like a little market as you guys pull in. The large building over here is obviously the inn, because there is a neon light that says the Salty Quadruped pointing down.
It's fancy.
Nice.
That's a
All
good
right.
place. I'll bet. It's got lights. What more do you want?
Let's go to the inn and get a drink.
Well,
Yeah, let's
before
eat
you do
something
that,
other than magic rule.
you pull into the bar, into the wharf here, and they throw out some grapples to pull you in. The first thing that happens is somebody comes up to you, a very, very wide person. There's three of them actually, but they're not very tall. You're 5'5" or so, but they're at least that wide. They come up and they say, "There's a birth and tax, 10 gold."
Oh,
We got a necromancer worth 1,000.
I was going to ask that we don't mention that.
Ain't no law here to turn them in.
All right.
I need 10 gold.
one, we don't have 10 gold. We don't. Two, we were
Well, we don't know
attacked.
what was in the captain's chest.
Yeah, I'm sure we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, let's
If
open
the
that
sailors
up.
got gold, they're paying, not us.
Well, I want to see what FDR wants to say first.
I
But go
was
ahead.
just going to tell the guy, I'll tell you what, we don't have gold, but we'll give you this ship if you give us a ride back to civilization.
Go talk to Ito at the wharf. We'll give you provisional entrance. If he'll buy the ship off you and you can pay the 10 gold, we're square. He kind of looks at the sky. You got an hour.
Okay.
I'm fine with that deal. I don't want the ship.
Yeah,
Bad
it's
vibes.
great.
All right.
We'll
I can
go-
go do some talking to Ito.
Yeah, go find
Yeah,
your
and we can
Ito.
always, check if there's any, money on the ship too. Before we sell it, we're gonna sell a ship with a chest full of 100 gold for 10 gold.
Yeah. So the 5 soldiers do bring the captain's chest out. He's like, we're just a prisoner barge. He didn't have much, but you need money to get your ships fixed. So he opens it up, and there's some coins in there. I tell you what, who's got the lowest luck of the lot right now?
I'm at 11 because I've burned some.
I've got
Mhm.
9.
Okay. It sounds like 9's your lowest. We're gonna make a group luck check. Big Drummond, make me a luck check.
Oh, come on.
Ouch.
That was almost a 4.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll this. Well, there's 20 gold. It's all that's in the chest, and it's not even in gold. It's in coppers and silvers.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that still technically is enough.
Yeah, I say we pay him with that, and then still go try and
Yeah.
sell the ship, and then get a ride to civilization.
Silver, really? Fine.
Hey, I feel like we earned our prior credentials because we were prisoners and then we got a ship.
That's piracy. Yeah.
New pirate discount.
Mm.
I like it.
You see the
I
skull
tell
and
you what,
crossbones on
make me
that
a
tarp?
personality check.
Inigo will walk out and be very flamboyant and throw his arms up. He's wearing very colorful clothes.
I got a 15. That's all right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he gives you the fist bump. He's like, yeah, respect.
Nice.
You tell that story at the bar, it'll get you a round of grog.
Nice.
Nice.
The good stuff too, in the bottle, not the can.
Okay.
Bottled
Good to
grog.
know.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
I'm gonna carry
Alright.
the staff with me, but I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah, it's
trust
still
that being
glowing.
near her.
It's still glowing.
Okay.
Not very much so. It's like just
And then-
slightly luminescent.
And I'll explicitly
Makes a good
make
torch.
sure no one's leaving her completely unoccupied. there's someone watching her at all times.
Ooh, nobody really wants to watch her. She's kind of creepy.
I just leave, like, we just leave her on the ship. When we sell the ship, she goes with it.
And what happens to them is their problems.
As
Slightly
is.
used ship, absolutely not haunted.
May come with crew.
Don't check the closet. That's locked.
You leave her with her head's on the opposite bench, and she's sitting on the other bench, and she's trying to file her nails, looking at her fingers from the other bench.
I mean, should somebody be keeping an eye on her, though?
No.
Yes. But
Could be, yes. Are they?
The crew doesn't
I
want
mean-
Bring me
to.
back some of that free grog. I'll
Yeah.
keep an eye.
I'll tell you. I'll tell everybody. I'll tell you what. If somebody's willing to bring me back a drink, I'll sit with her and keep her company. And
then
I'm
I'll
literally
sit
just
and I'll
sitting
make
next
sure-
to her on the. I'm sitting next to the body on a bench and just kind of like telling her all of these grand exploits that I've had and all these other things and whatnot. And,
Yeah, she's totally like, okay, scratch my back about 3 inches down
Yeah.
to the left. Oh, right there, right there.
oh yeah, no, I'm more than happy to oblige, and a hand may wander over to a thigh or something like that at some point, and
So-
ask her, tell me more about this always looking young business.
So what you notice is that the wound, it was like a clean severing. Like there's no blood flow. She never leaked blood during all of this. Just the head was separated from the body. Still seems very much alive. It's
interesting.
Just, yeah.
I don't like it.
Inigo's very interested in this never getting old business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna do something after a bit with Inigo. You guys spill out onto the docks. There are hawkers and stands all over the place. People, I mean, most of this goods here are probably stolen from other merchant vessels, and it's kind of lean. The fruit and the fish and the meats, they're all like salted pork, salted fish. The fruits have been seen better days. There is a scrapyard selling all kinds of wood and parts you might need to fix your boat. Some enterprising person has he's got a bicycle he's modified, so there's like a big cooler chest up front with something strapped to the gears, and he's got like a little bullhorn, and he is advertising shaved ice, flavored shaved ice. We got banana, we got coconut.
It's coconut.
How much?
You on both.
1 silver.
I will buy one.
With what money?
With what's the conversion rate for copper to?
It's 10, isn't it?
Are you going to give him a handful of copper?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you-
Hey, he takes it.
Do you have money?
I had the starting funds.
No,
I
no,
guess.
you don't.
Probably
No,
don't have
you
that.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, Joe, we only have what we took from the sailors to pay the berthing fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have that.
I'm dipping into that.
Big-
I want one.
No, you're not.
Kick the dry
No, you're
shaved
not,
ice
Joe.
salesman off the dock.
Dang it.
Is that what FDR does? Do you kick the driver off the?
I'm not
Just keep
derailing
kicking
this
him down
game
the
as
road.
much as I did your last one.
I claim this shaved ice in name of America.
Eminent domain. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
No, shaved ice. No.
No,
When
no,
we sell the
not,
ship, I'll be back.
not unless it's free for new sailors, pirates.
No.
No,
Closes the lid, slams it down, bicycles off. So yeah, the ports are teeming.
Was said, no.
we're on our
Yeah.
way to get our membership cards.
There
Oh.
are several other ships that are berthed as well. A lot of them are being repaired. Cannon holes, broken masts, arms, that sort of thing. There you can see like there's a tailor that's fixing sails, that sort of thing. The only large buildings that look permanent is, well, the grog house, the big one over here. And this small one looks to be, that's where everyone's going to get professional help for like ship problems. But scattered around are all kinds of folks that are just selling just anything you can imagine. It's
Okay.
been scavenged from ships that have been stolen. There's even a place that is selling political prisoners.
Ooh.
And it's the saddest
Oh.
thing you've ever seen. It's like going into a pet store, and you've got all the adopted pets that are going to be put to death if somebody doesn't adopt them. The political prisoners are like, please.
Oh,
I have dabbled in politics.
me too.
Might bring back a few back as souvenirs.
Well,
depending on
since
how
we've
much-
already
I'm
paid
versed
to-
in 5 languages. Somebody please give the man 5 gold so I can go free.
5 gold.
It's gold.
Said
per
maybe we
language.
could recrew our ship, but
We don't.
Yeah,
We're
for
we're
5
getting rid of
gold.
the ship. I'll ask
Yeah.
around where this Edo person is.
Point to the small building over there.
All right. Are we all still
You
good
got
to sell the
scrap, you
ship?
need scrap.
What's that?
You got scrap or you need scrap?
both.
We got scrap.
Not liquidated yet.
All right. Ito is a halfling. He has no left arm. Instead, he's got like a cybernetic attachment that's got all kinds of like tools on the end. He has one half of a handlebar, a mustache. The other one looks like it was singed in some kind of recent explosion.
Nice.
He's got goggles on that have like multiple lenses that are just kind of flared all over the place.
Nice. Well,
We're told to talk
we
to
got-
you.
Time is money, folks. What do you want?
We want to
want
sell you
more-
our ship and in
iron
exchange get a ride back
ships.
to civilization.
Does it float?
Yes.
yeah, that's how we got here.
What do you want for it?
Above the waterline.
Transportation out of here. Maybe some money if it's worth it.
Yeah, we want room and board and like provisions back to civilization. And then
Which civilization? Back to mainland, or do you want to go like next continent over?
Wherever we
Back
can
to
turn
mainland.
in
Mainland, we're not
a
wanted
bounty
anymore.
at.
You're not
Yeah, but
wanted
we
anymore.
have someone who is not anymore,
not anymore.
sort of.
Yeah, I would
We-
100% want to go back to mainland.
Look,
we-
I'll
we
send a
pirate-
crew over. I'll tell you what it's worth in scrap, and I'll just give you money for it, and you can figure out all these other things you want. If you want a place to stay, just pitch a damn tent anywhere you want.
Yeah, we pirated our way to freedom from being prisoners.
He just kind of like, and
Some people seem to like the story, and some people don't care. I guess. I'm just-
busy. I'm a busy halfling here. Okay, come on. You're taking up my time. I'm going to send my boys out. I'll give you a good offer. It's not like it's not like got a serial number or flying a flag or anything, is it? Those things are like harder to. Oh,
It's a prisoner ship.
I mean, we
Got
did.
a car.
oh, okay. Well, that makes it easier. There's not a damn thing on board worth anything other than the wood.
Yep.
All
Pretty
right,
much.
all right. Chuck,
Yes,
roll me a d20.
you got it.
I mean, there's cannons on it, I suppose.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a couple things.
Comes back. He's like, okay, look, you got some iron in the cannons. Most of those cannons are shot. Like literally, they're not shooting anything ever again. The wood's all right. You don't have too bad of a termite infection. You got a headless woman down in your hold,
Yeah,
and this guy
yeah.
that's trying to mac on her. That's like, it's really sad.
yeah.
He needs help.
He's a
Hey,
member of
pal.
the crew. She goes with the ship.
Oh,
She
she
does
like
have like
anyone?
1,000 gold bounty on her, though.
Man. Okay, look. I was
We
going to
get more
offer
or
you
less gold
500
for
for
that.
it. If we can confirm the bounty, I'll give you half. We'll call it an even 1,000.
Okay, how do we confirm the bounty?
That sounds good.
We go back to civilization.
No, I've got people. I tell you what. Open up a tab. I'll pay for your liquor tonight. You folks can't drink that much, and it's all swill anyway. To be fair, you stay tonight. I'll get the answer in the morning. Here's 500 gold now, and he like pulls out several leather pouches, throws it on there. We got a deal, or are you going to sit here and negotiate with
Nope,
me?
we got a
Because
deal.
my offer goes down the more you talk.
Nope, I'm good.
Nah, we're
That was
good.
fantastic.
I take a pouch of
Right.
100 gold.
And we can sleep on the ship, so it's not like a big deal.
Oh, you mean my ship?
Yeah, we can't sleep on that ship anymore.
Well, for the night until tomorrow.
No,
until we figure
he's
out what's
paid
going on
for
tomorrow.
The ship. It's the bounty.
It's
that he's
his ship
waiting
now.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna
So,
have to leave her alone unless you want to pay him rent, probably.
Does somebody put the boot on the Lothario you've left in there, and we'll call it even. Go down, get some drinks on me. Just open a tab. Tell him Ito sent you. It's all good. You're gonna have to sleep on the wharf somewhere, but here, take some tents. We got some canvas. We got some poles.
Yeah.
The weather's fine. I mean, you get some rain now and then, and the sharks aren't. Just don't go into the water, and you're all right.
All right.
Okay, now get the hell out of my
Bye.
shop.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.
Fantastic.
Thanks for the gold.
I do distribute, so we each get 100 gold.
Sweet.
Nice.
I'm
I
not
immediately
paying
buy
for
shaved
food.
ice.
It's like, you got money this time? All right.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a refrigerated, nice, cooling shaved ice.
That's great.
While everybody else drinks grog. Grog, by the way, is capital Grog. Comes in a bottle or can. It's made by the Slurm Incorporated Company.
Nice.
Do they have Grog
Nice.
Light?
No, because those pirates are dead.
I'll stick with the Grog.
Is there any wine?
Oh, of course there's wine. How many boxes you want?
Oh, it comes in.
Your freshest sangria.
I'll take a bottle of your finest moon swarm, please.
All right.
I don't know if we can if we can stomach that or not, but
All right, so it's time. We will end it there. We will revisit this when we get a chance. And yes, it's the world will evolve as you throw stupid stuff at me. So apparently now there's a USA where FDR has been fled from as an ex-president. Yeah,
Right, for war crimes.
you will indeed end up having 1,000 gold as your nest egg to decide what you want to do. Now, he has not agreed to get you out of here or onto the mainland. He's just said, here's gold. You figure it out.
Yeah.
So we'll each have 200 gold then?
Yeah.
Because we're not sharing it with the rest of the people.
Correct.
And confirms the bounty on your necromancer. So he'll take care of that.
Nice.
goodbye, my undead dear.
I'm keeping the staff.
Keep your complexion light in prison.
She can't talk because no windpipe anymore. But she does waggle her eyebrow at you and gives you a little air smooch. And the hands seem to say, "I'll see you again."
Oh my! Don't promise what you can't deliver on.
Should have thrown her overboard.
Yeah, we really should have.
I don't know that it would have made much difference in the long run. We got more gold.
We
out
got
of it
paid.
this way.
Yep. And Barry, your staff has not stopped glowing since she was beheaded, by the way.
Free flashlights.
I'm sure there's no implications to that.
None.
Nah.
FDR, you can randomly roll 5 first level and 5 second level spells, and that's what's on her spell book.
Okay.
Assuming that Barry gives you the spell book or lets you look at the spell
Yeah, I
spell
did.
book.
Yeah, pretty much immediately.
There you go.
Yeah, we came out all right, I think.
Yeah.
we got a good start.
And you've
Yeah,
got
it's fun.
writs that you're no longer, prisoners, and your records have been cleared as long as you don't commit any new crimes.
No promises, but we have money now, so
So you could go back to mainland, or you can, take up life somewhere else. Yeah, so that was something. Yeah, new pirate game. We'll play this occasionally when we're able to get folks together and have some fun with it. Chuck, you got any post roll you want to do? Anything you want to announce?
Yeah. So what do we got? Today is Saturday. So every Wednesday over on twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold, we are playing Night Below, the 2nd edition D&D adventure But we're using Dungeon Crawl Classics, and Bert and Dan are in that, along with Jeremy, John, and Alex. Friday on DCC, Friday on DOK, Defenders of Cobalt. We're continuing Universe Ball Anthology, and we should finally be wrapping it up. And then after that, we're getting into the game that Joe is making. And that's what we got happening this week.
Cool. Jeremy's not here, so we should probably plug his Patreon.
Yeah. Aaron Reese on Patreon. Maps, asset, comic books, art, more. Check it out. Why not?
Why not? And my own stuff is at BlueMagik.com. We've got almost 15 years worth of podcasts there. We typically run games on Twitch Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, but we've got some folks that are out for the summer, and we're about to start a new Werewolf Chronicle in the World of Darkness using the 20th anniversary rolls for Tuesdays. Not this Tuesday, but the one after. We're going to kick that off. We continue to play some BX, some classic Dungeons and Dragons on Fridays and Sundays. Kind of up in the air. We've got a Shadowrun game that we're going to return to at some point, but I'm not quite ready for that. So I'll be doing some one-shots and playing some odd games here and there. If you caught last Sundays, it was an odd game.
Yeah, it was.
It's a very odd game.
It was great.
I regret a lot. But yeah, if no one else has anything to plug or say.
Nah.
We'll
Brought
say
to you
goodnight
by
then.
Grog, the captain of booze.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.